Hello guys, welcome back to another episode. We all want to make money, we all want to have our own business, and I am here to share with you very simple and easy tips and tricks, experiences that you can start doing right now. Easy steps, not a lot of work, to get your business idea going and your product selling. So let's dive right into it. And also, our hearts go out for the people suffering now around the world and in Israel. And I continue to hold them in my prayers and continue to daven for them. And hopefully this will bring you a bit of, if we're allowed to distract ourselves, and bring you some knowledge to achieving your goals and dreams. Number one, when it comes to opening a business, is clearly identifying what it is that you love to do. I once heard this from Rabbi Manas Friedman, explaining very nicely why is it that just like all the animals have all their food out there for free in the forests and can just anytime eat whatever it is that they want. And we as humans have to go out there and work and earn money, and then we buy food. Why is it like that? And the answer is because Hashem wanted us to have to interact with other people. And if you think about it, if it wasn't for work, there could have been many people that would just go their entire life without talking to anybody, just living in their own space and doing their own thing. So I really think that because of this system of needing to work and needing to sell and needing to buy stuff from others is a beautiful way of all of us to interact and find our purpose and what we really love to do. So when it comes to opening that business, while many people might want to jump to what's easy or familiar or known and find an easy way out, whether it's many people will do maybe trading, stocks and investments, or today's very popular cash advance or Amazon. And while these things might work, but many times they're a quick fix and they're not really what you're passionate about. What you're really passionate about is something only you can answer. What is it that you enjoy doing and selling and producing and that's really the first thing you have to ask yourself in business. Do you enjoy to work physically? Do you enjoy to use your creative mind? Do you enjoy to help a business operate? Do you enjoy to be a manager? These things are questions whether you're wanting to open a business or you want to find now a new career or even a job. It's important to identify what it is that you really love. And that is because whatever it is that you're going to do, you are the person that you are selling. So no matter if I'm selling a service or a product, I am selling myself. And at the end of the day, people are buying from me because it's me. They're not buying from me because I'm selling them a specific thing. We'll get to that later. People do want to buy something that solves a problem, which is very important to discuss that. People, all they want is value. So when you are selling something to someone, you want to sell something of value and you want to sell something that will solve for them a problem. That's why food is a great industry, because we are all hungry and we will all want to solve the problem of hunger. But so the first thing is identifying what you want to do. That is super important. Finding yourself, seeing your qualities and your strengths, and that way you know what it is that you even want to execute. What is it that you even want to give and be a part of? Okay, once you found that, you have a product that you want to sell or a service, and again, I want to go very direct to people that are, this can be either a person at home, either a bucher or even a woman at home or a girl that wants to start a business. It's very, very easy to once you decide what it is that you want to do. If you want to bake cookies and that's your hobby, do that. If you want to do makeup, today we have so many makeup artists and hair, and bridal dressers or people doing women doing wigs. it became so popular because all it takes is a desire and a hobby and a passion to do it, and all you have to do is to do it. So, and the same thing goes for anybody that wants to open a company. It's you know, it's so easy to find what it is. I mean, it's not easy to find what it is that you want to do, but it's really easy once you find what it is that you love. And don't stop at the question, because most people stop at the question. They're like, what is it that I want to do? And then they stop right there. Like, I don't know what I want to do, so it must be that I'm not meant to be an entrepreneur or have a happy career because I don't know what I want to do. So don't stop at the question. It's very normal if you can't come up in the moment with what it is that you enjoy doing, but keep on asking yourself that question. So once you established what it is that you want to do, if it's any company, any industry, any service, any product, if it's what you love to do, then you know that your body, your mind will fight for the success of that idea. So that's why it's so important to know what it is that you want to do. Me personally, the way I did it is, once I noticed that I will be going into business myself, which was when I felt fed up with my own job, which paid very nice, but it was in construction. I just didn't have the hobby to it. I made a list of about 10 ideas what I can do and how I can make money. And I remember reviewing that list, adding things, taking off things, until I came to the conclusion one day what it is exactly that I will be doing. So once we have that idea, and I'm gonna use a simple example because it's something that I don't do yet, but I continue to think of it as such a simple idea, and I think that it can really do well in industries. Is I would use a simple idea of selling cookies. Okay, this is something that any gender can do, anybody can do, any age can sell cookies and make a profit from it. Okay, so let's use this as the example, and we'll ride it through this segment to see how we can actually bring this up to a multi-million dollar business. So if I'm selling cookies, that's my passion. I love cookies. I wake up eating cookies. I go to sleep eating cookies, because it's really what I love doing, and I love baking them, and I love people tasting them, and I love giving them away, and I would make cookies even if I don't make money. So I know that cookies are really my hobby and my passion. The next thing that we need, we identified my hobby and my passion. Number two is we need a plan of action. Okay, a plan of action is, how many people can I potentially start selling this cookie to? How many places can I put this cookie into? And how many people do I have to reach out to after I reach out to my friends and family to buy my cookie? How many new people do I have to reach out? And am I willing and able to do that? Because I love this saying. It's so simple. Your net work is your net worth. So it's all about how many people you know and how many connections you have. And then again, you can know 500 people, and the last person that you meet from these 500 is the person that really puts you into business through just buying a huge amount of your product. So I think that, and if it's a service, it comes down to the same thing. You have your circle around you. You have the people that you're going to reach out, which is in somewhat called cold calling, meaning you're calling a random person that you think is good for your service or product, and you're just reaching out to them. And then you have the physically going to meet companies, brands, and you just do walk-ins, which is a lot more powerful than calling up a person and saying, hey, you know, you get to meet them in person, you get to make that first impression, and you get to confront them right there and see what really they're saying. Even if they're saying no, you can see why they're saying no. Like, why are you not buying my cookie? So if I'm selling cookies, this is the first thing that I would do, okay? And this applies to any business idea that you want to do. The first thing that I would do is I would ask my friends and family to buy it. So like, hey guys, I just made these delicious homemade cookies, and I'm selling 30 cookies at $1 a piece, so $30, and you have a beautiful tray of cookies for Shabbos. People love homemade cookies. People don't have time to buy it every week. People love supporting you. That's another big one, you know. Keep in mind, your friends and family want to support you, and all it is $30. So That's a beautiful way of starting out. Um, the second thing I would do with those cookies is I would walk into stores, friendly stores, see if they want to buy my cookie. Let them taste it for free. Here you go, taste it. Maybe you want to sell my product. Maybe you want to sell it on Erev Shabbos. Maybe you want to include it in your Mishloach Munis and in your Hanukkah gift basket, whatever season and whatever season it is. Maybe you can help me out and sell my cookies. And then the third way is reaching out to people that we don't know yet. And today's days, this is just tremendous, because you have the ability to post WhatsApp status. You have the ability to ask your friends for number of friends. You have obviously the use of social media, which is you can go out publicly and just get your cookies seen by thousands of people in a day. I mean, between 10 different social media platforms and billions of people using those platforms, it's so easy to get people to see. And no, it's not easy to get them to buy, but it's really easy to get them to see. So that's what I would be doing with my cookies, putting them on social media and asking people, telling people about it daily. So you have new people constantly seeing my cookie. And these people are not just regular people that can buy it, but it's also people that are owning stores, shops, bakeries, whatever is the exact right clientele for this product. And the same thing, I'm just going to use this with service-based. If you're wanting to open a service-based business, service can be anything from providing cleaning, or what I do personally is social media management, or providing any type of construction work. Whether it's flooring or tiles or selling doors and windows and window shades, whatever it is that you're selling. This can be a great way to get to more people, which is, like I said, number one, reaching out to friends and family, asking them, please, can you use my service? Number two is going into construction sites or approaching people and telling them, look, I have this service, it works, I want you to be part of it. We'll maybe talk another time about sales tips exactly, but number three is reaching out to people that are not yet in my audience and telling them about my service. So this is part two, okay? So number one is identifying what you love, and number two is identifying how you are going to get your product to actually sell, okay? Now, number three is bringing this full circle, okay? Because technically all you need is step number one and step number two to be successful in any business, okay? But now I'm going to give you the most important thing, which is keeping your vision alive and staying on top of your game, okay? Now, this is very, very important, because yes, I've identified that I love selling cookies. Yes, I've identified how exactly to sell it, and I know it works. Let's say I did it already once. I sold already once, and then I sold another one. But now, what's keeping me going? And this is the most challenging part, which is to stay motivated. So I can tell you right now that we started with a basic idea to be motivated, which is knowing that you have your hobby. That's a really great motivator. But motivation is something that is you have to keep on doing and getting and staying on top of your game. You have to really want the success of your company, of your career. And you have to be ready and understand that there's going to be certain days that nobody calls you about your cookies, but it doesn't mean that your cookie is not good, and it doesn't mean that your idea is not good, and it doesn't mean that you are failing. It means that you are actually winning, and you're just not motivated today. And that's normal. This is part of life. In order to enjoy a good day, sometimes we have a not so good day. And it's all about our perspective and how we see it. So this is a clear message that if you feel that motivation is something that you don't really have, then I wouldn't say open a business, and I wouldn't say go after that career, because you are going to fail miserably, because everything can be going very good, But if you're lacking motivation, even if you are successful at your business, at a certain point you feel extremely burnt out, because what's motivating you? So it's super important to stay motivated, and obviously there's many different ways of doing it, which is most and foremost by just taking care of yourself, and just that's the life of any entrepreneur, of any successful person. If you study them, you'll see that they had a lot of discipline, and they were very consistent, and they took care of themselves in terms of their physical health, their mental health. It's very, very important to stay on top of your game, because it could be very challenging to have your own business and go after your own desires. That's a big one. So staying motivated is very important. Now, if you have that, if you have motivation, clearly you will be extremely successful. If you have that drive not to give up, even when things get tough and don't go your way, then without a question you will be successful. Because even if this business doesn't work out for you, or you get bored from it after a year or two, then you can always pivot to something else. But motivation is really what you need most importantly. And how to stay motivated is by actually going and doing the work, doing work on yourself, and going out there and actually working. And once you start seeing the success, the actual success in your own business, then that alone will continue to give you motivation to go on. That's that. Now, I also want to share, since I'm trying to make this really of an idea where people can actually go listen to this and just start their own business. I am going to say that there is things like brand, logo, and pricing, or even a website or a page. A lot of people have today like a WhatsApp page that shows what they're selling and their hours of operation. I think is also important. For me personally, usually brand, logo are things that I usually do on Fiverr for many different businesses that I opened and created. And I think that Fiverr is just as good. Obviously, if you're a person with a bigger budget and you want to go to one of the professionals, if it's in our industry or wherever it is, feel free to do that. But a brand and a logo is somewhat important after those steps that we just spoke about, because you do want people to associate, to feel a sense of comfort with so I can sell just regular cookies, or I can sell the cookies in a nice orange bag and call it Heimische cookies, and just create a little bit of a more comfort feel to it, so that people feel like they want it again next week, because they now know the name and the color, and there's the branding around it, and as well as having people connect to an idea, because tomorrow somebody else is coming and selling cookies, and I want people to choose me rather over that other company. So by having a brand and a logo, I'm making a stamp in that other person's mind as to why he should remember me and buy my product or service. So brand and logo can be pretty important. But yeah, this is the basics of how you can start any business from the comfort of your home, in a few simple steps. Feel free to, if you have any questions, to ask me a question right here through the podcast, or through asking in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. Please rate and share the podcast. Thank you so much, and good luck with your journey and your business. Have a wonderful day.